muscles are still forming and his bones are still growing for about a full year. That's why he needs a full year of the extra nutrition in Puppy Chow. Puppy Chow for a full year till he's full grown.
Decision 88, election update. Here is Tom Brokaw, NBC News.
Good evening. Senator Bob Dole wins a doubleheader tonight in South Dakota and in Minnesota. Let us show you our projections now in those Midwestern states. Dole is our projected winner in South Dakota, and a very impressive showing tonight in Minnesota as well for Senator Bob Dole. And look what else happened in Minnesota. Pat Robertson, our projected runner-up, beating out Vice President George Bush. On the Democratic side, in South Dakota, Missouri Congressman Richard Gephardt, our projected winner over Massachusetts Governor Michael Dukakis. The vote now in South Dakota. As you can see, more than half of the vote has been counted. A very significant victory tonight for Richard Gephardt. It is his second Midwestern win. He won in Iowa, of course. Michael Dukakis spent a lot of money in South Dakota and was well organized but fell off the pace in the closing hours of the campaign. And Al Gore, who is trying to demonstrate that he's a national candidate, not just a regional candidate, gets only 8% of the vote. On the Republican side, Bob Dole, the winner in South Dakota, and another close race for second place between Robertson and Bush. If Robertson beats Bush here, it will be the third time that he has defeated the sitting vice president in the rural Midwest. So that would not be a good night for Vice President George Bush. We'll have a complete wrap-up on all of this tonight, including interviews with Gephardt and Dukakis at 11:30, 10:30 Central Time. For now, I'm Tom Brokaw, NBC News, New York.
Come on, you guys. The sun's already up. It's going to be a golden day.
Let's eat.
Oh, those golden grahams. Oh, those golden grahams. Crispy, crunchy graham cereal, family breakfast treat. Oh, those golden grahams. Oh, those golden grahams. Golden honey, just a touch with Graham's golden wheat.
It's a great tasting part of a complete breakfast for the whole family.
Try those golden grahams and have a golden day.
After you take away the bread, cheese, lettuce, tomatoes, and mayonnaise, what have you got? Well, with Oscar Mayer bologna, you've got meat, and lots of it. Cuts from the beef brisket, chuck, round, and flank. Cuts of pork side and shoulder, never cereal or filler. Oscar Mayer bologna. The beginning of a beautiful sandwich.
When can I pick up the pictures?
Thursday.
Thursday, okay, let me make a note of that.
You gonna write it down there?
Oh, well, it's going to,
Oh,
yeah.
well, then let's say Tuesday.
You mean 2 days earlier?
No, 5 days later.
5 days later, I thought as much.
If this customer were at a Photomat store, we'd be introducing him to our brand new picture pickup promise. Photomat's way of telling you exactly when your pictures will be ready.
That quick?
Sure, and if it doesn't work out, you get a free roll of film.
Oh, no. You get in trouble for
it's
that.
no problem.
Huh?
It's a Photomat policy.
The Photomat picture pickup promise.
Is there a Photomat store around here?
Saturday, the fun starts when Nancy meets Francie, Sunshine's mom.
Actually, we live a very quiet life here. Oh, I won't. And what do you call this? Bad timing.
Then there's a fire at the fishes.
The empty house 2 doors down, it's on fire.
Could Victor be a firebug?
These children are under my supervision.
Go fish!
And Starsky and Hutch are set up by the mob. Right after Blansky's Beauties and Fish.
I can't believe this. You know, Gravy Train's really been improved. Look how the guys go for it. It's a big improvement because Gaines just added a natural beef flavor. Improved Gravy Train even looks different. And dogs can taste the difference, wet or dry. Tests show they prefer its new beefy taste over old Gravy Train 3 to 1. It's fully nutritious, too. New Gravy Train, a big improvement in taste. Right, guys?
I missed my big chance last time. Angie, I'm not going to miss it again.
There it is.
That's the Athena 2000 electronic machine by Singer. It's $100 off. Push these buttons. It sews 25 stitches.
Beautiful.
Even measures buttons and makes buttonholes to fit in one step. If you missed your chance last time, the big Singer sale is back.
Hey, Debbie, if you was my mother, what would you think of your son now? Huh?
Oh.
You're the Pepsi generation. Come and have a Pepsi day. Come on, and taste the Pepsi. Pepsi way. Come on, come on, come on and have a Pepsi day. Wrap a thirsty smile around it, raise a Pepsi up and down it. Come on, come on, come on, come on, have a Pepsi day.
The gestures you make will...
Are your teeth really their whitest up close? Is your breath really its freshest up close? They can be with new Close-Up, the toothpaste and mouthwash in one. Clear Red Close-Up has 2 whiteners that get teeth whiter than the toothpaste most people use, and a real mouthwash. So it not only gets your breath Close-Up fresh, it also gets your teeth Close-Up white. Close-Up is for close-ups.
This is Professor Goody speaking to you from a diving bell 400 feet beneath the ocean, where I'm about to prepare some delicious Aunt Jemima frozen waffles just for me, not for that pesky waffle whipper. Waffle, waffle, waffle. I take them from the freezer, pop them into the toaster, and light, crisp, golden brown with Aunt Jemima syrup on them. Aunt Jemima waffles for kids who like a square meal for breakfast. Waffle, waffle, waffle. Waffle, 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 waffle. Wallace, please, stop. All right, Wallace, won't you join me? Waffle, 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 waffle.
That's a waffle whipper whipping an Aunt Jemima waffle. They're in your grocer's freezer. Is there a waffle whipper at your house?
Waffle, waffle.
A bunch of kids looking for action. So what's doing out on the street? Is this the way we ought to use our boy power? Think about it. America's manpower begins with boy power. Let's not waste it. Be a volunteer worker with the Boy Scouts.
All over the world, the word for great coffee flavor is Nescafe.
We're the world's favorite brand of instant coffees.
In America, Nescafe's great flavor comes 2 ways.
We're the world's best-selling too.
Nescafe Regular in the red label.
If Nescafe can please the whole wide world.
And now Nescafe Decaffeinated in the green label.
We can sure please you.
Same kind of flavor. Nescafe Regular, Nescafe Decaffeinated. What's your pleasure?
When the family's all together, life's the best that it can be. Life's more fun when you're munching when you're munching Fritos. 'Cause Fritos goes with fun, and fun makes family memories. And old or young, life's more fun when you're munching Fritos. Munching Fritos. Life's more fun when you're munching one, when you're munching one, when you're munching Fritos. Life's more fun when you're munching one, when you're munching Fritos. Fried corn chips.
Don't come near me.
Thursday, John Amos, Ernest Borgnine, and the cop of the future are set up by a girl on the edge. Then a new puppy brings Chrissy and Jack closer together.
Yeah, there's nothing a girl likes more than a little tickle on the tummy.
Knock it off!
Three's Company after Future Cop and Barney Miller.
I'll give you $50 for those sneakers.
$50. Okay? You can have them. They're terrible. It's to prove a point. Now, you wash in detergent alone, right?
Yeah, okay. Let's wash this sneaker in detergent alone and this one in the same detergent plus Clorox bleach. Now, see any cleaning difference?
The one I wash with my detergent is just dirty. The one washed with Clorox looks so clean.
Clorox Clean. People can see the difference.
Who woke me up? Oh, sorry, Cuckoo. It's this cold. I'm stuffy and my sinuses, Try 4-way long-acting nasal spray, Nose. It relieves stuffy noses and sinuses up to 10 hours to help you breathe easier so you can fall asleep easier. Hey, that's a blast. A blast that lasts all night. Thanks, Cuckoo. Your timing's right on the nose. 4-way long-acting nasal spray. The blast that lasts all night.
It's not too sweet. It's refreshing, crisp, and neat. Canada Dry Ginger Ale. It's not too sweet.
It's not too sweet. I repeat, it's not too sweet. Canada Dry cools your thirst. It's a taste that can't be beat.
It's not too sweet.
It's a cold, refreshing treat. Canada Dry ginger ale. It's not too sweet.
Regular or diet, it's more refreshing because it's not too sweet.
When entering the world of art, you'd be smart to dress the part. Gentlemen prefer Hanes, with all the ladies draped in crepe. The artist loves the human shape. Gentlemen prefer Hanes. Hanes will make you smooth and silky, shapely, sexy. Wear a pair and you could be captured for posterity. Gentlemen prefer Hanes.
I hereby dub you the Easter Bunny.
Wednesday, a special family presentation narrated by Fred Astaire.
The Easter Bunny is coming to town today.
Let's all have a happy Easter.
The Easter Bunny's coming to town.
We here at the ad agency feel this commercial is provocative, motivating, and really class-a-roo. Now, what do you think, sir?
Only one shoe? Florsheim makes over 256 different styles. Show them all, big, big. What about the craftsmanship? Even our laces are better.
Have lace shoes?
Why don't we show a huge centipede wearing all the Florsheim shoes? I like that. That could be a musical. Shaboom, shaboom.
Hey, I like that.
Everything down.
I come to show you why mannequin flavor plenty enjoyable. I need water. See, water make leaf stretch. Wrap cigar well. Mouth enjoy flavor. Yes? Mannequin flavor special.
Sheer enjoyment.
Nobody can connect you with more of this country than United Airlines. With low-cost vacations from Hawaii to the New York Islands, to the mountains, to the oceans, to the sunshine, and back again. That's why in the friendly skies we say, your land is our land.
This land is your land, this land is my land. From California to the New York Islands, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters, this land was made for you and me.
Danny, sounds like you've accidentally invented a thermochemical energy source.
A scientific wonder becomes a nightmare.
Someone's walking around with enough explosive to turn the city into a pancake.
A power that could mark the beginning of the end for the $6 million man.
How does your daughter feel about the wash? She couldn't care less.
Mrs. Shep just uses detergent alone. Let's see what happens when she adds Clorox bleach to one of her loads.
Which blouse would you rather wear?
This one. This one's much cleaner than this one. It's a good feeling to wear something clean.
Well, I said you wouldn't care. I mean, it's just so much whiter. It's very obvious. That's the Clorox one. And there is a definite difference. From now on, we'll just have to use Clorox.
Clorox makes the difference.
I see now that she does care.
Look, Linda, I just bought a new seamless support bra that's so beautiful. I have to show you. Oh, better show you this way. It's the Playtex Support Can Be Beautiful bra, and it's seamless. Don't you love these pretty details? And these smooth, seamless cups. Plus this secret support designed for real support. And you know, it's so pretty. It makes me feel pretty. The new seamless Support Can Be Beautiful bra from Playtex. Support can be beautiful.
The American Eagle, Goodyear's symbol for its all-American kind of radial tire. Goodyear is committed to product innovation. We introduced rayon cord in tires. We created the polyglass tire and the polysteel radial. And now the American Eagle, with belts of Flex 10 cord instead of steel. Flex 10 is made from a flexible man-made aramid fiber that's pound for pound stronger than steel.
The tire for America, the American Eagle, the tire.
Pardon me, what kind of dog food does your dog eat?
Young fella, there's two things I know. Checkers and dogs. Dogs like canned dog food. Especially Herman here.
Do you think he'd like Gaines burgers?
Well, he might. Yeah, leave this to me. Dogs like food that's moist and meaty.
But Gaines burgers are moist and meaty, see?
Go ahead, but...
And they taste terrific.
And you don't know nothing about Checkers, neither.
Gaines burgers dog food. The canned dog food without the can.
I found a recipe you won't find in a cookbook, but it's sure nutritious and a real money saver, too. Take a quart of Carnation Instant Non-Fat Dry Milk. Add a quart of whole milk. Mix, chill, and serve. You get 2 quarts of fresh-tasting low-fat milk and make a real savings on your milk bill. Carnation Instant Milk. Good for you and your budget, too.
Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. Almond Joy's got nuts, Mounds don't. Almond Joy's got real milk chocolate, coconut and munchy nuts too. Mounds got deep dark chocolate and chewy coconut. Ooh. Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. Peter Paul, Almond Joy's got nuts, Peter Paul, Mounds don't.
Plus, now there's also a new Mounds with creamy rich milk chocolate.
What you're about to see is the world's most revolutionary telephone switching invention. We call it Super Switcher. It has almost no moving parts, yet handles 4 times more calls than its predecessor. It required an investment of $400 million, but should ultimately save $1 billion a year. And soon, every major American area will have one. Looks dull, eh?
Well, imagine that each of these cars is a long-distance call. This new invention can handle over 500,000 an hour. That's 5 days' traffic on a busy Los Angeles freeway. Super Switcher. It should go a long distance to prevent traffic jams on your long-distance calls.
The Bell System. People using technology to help keep down costs and improve service. Keeping your phone system the best in the world.
It's the first show of the new year, and the Captain and Tennille do it right. With their guests Marilyn McCoo and Billy Davis Jr., John Biner, Muhammad Ali, and Joe Namath. It's the new 1977 Captain and Tennille.
You are the apple of my eye, yeah. Forever you...
This is a cubic foot. There are 5 more of these inside the new Chevrolet than there are inside this year's older style full-size cars of Chevy's nearest sales competitor. That's based on U.S. government estimates of vehicle interior size as reported in the 1977 EPA Guide for New Car Buyers. The new Chevrolet with 5 more cubic feet of room. It stacks up beautifully. Now that's more like it.
Fellow Americans, stop dragging your feet. Wear kitties when you're going to go out on a date.
Look great.
But do you know your feet need a little love?
Kitty knows.
What an agonizing, enterprising, hard kind of day you spend working overtime. You.
Live its ball.
You.
When you shop.
You need shoes for it all. I say comfort and style. If you're young at heart or young enough to remember, come to Kitty and explore. At the Great American, Great American, Great American Shoe Store.
What's behind the brand of hot dogs you buy? You know you're getting solid value with Oscar Mayer and quality trusted for generations. There's wholesome meat protein from solid cuts of meat, the only meat Oscar Mayer uses. U.S. government inspected, Oscar Mayer selected. Oscar Mayer wieners and beef franks in handy twin packs. The flavor's as good as the good meat itself. Oscar Mayer, America's #1.
When did you start baking from scratch?
It's not scratch, Mom. It's new Pillsbury Plus.
A yellow cake this firm could only be from scratch.
It's Pillsbury Plus.
A cake this moist could only be from scratch. A cake this rich could only be from scratch.
It's Pillsbury Plus. The plus is pudding. Pudding right in the mix to add that moistness.
Rich flavor.
New Pillsbury Plus, huh? Looks like Scratch has met its match.
Cut. Reload. That's a complicated-looking machine, isn't it? Funny thing is, a lot of people still think that taking home movies is that complicated, too. If that were true, believe me, I wouldn't take them. For instance, he's reloading the film. Let me show you how easy Kodak has made it for you and me with a Kodak Instamatic movie camera. You finish one roll of film, drop another one in, you're all set. How you doing, Charlie? Taking home movies couldn't be much easier than that, could it? You know, now is the time to start, too. When the kids are growing up, you're on your vacation, save the action and the color in movies. With Kodak projectors, movies are easy to show, too. And cameras start at less than $35. Actually, you know what Kodak does for you?
Try a taste of martini. The most beautiful drink in the world is the bright one, the right one. It's martini. Anytime, any place, anywhere. There's a wonderful world you can share in the bright taste of the right one. That's martini.
Why are women so happy about new Tickle antiperspirant? Is it because Tickle is the first roll-on with a big, wide ball? Is it because Tickle comes in 4 fresh fragrances? Or is it because Tickle helps keep you dry all day? Make yourself happy. Staying drier is nicer with a little Tickle.
Gentlemen, ladies, welcome to General Foods. Today, we're proud to announce a breakthrough in coffee. We're introducing the Perfect Cup. At first, I'd like you all to taste this new product, and then I'd be happy to answer any questions. Yes.
It's rich. All right, how'd you do it?
We discovered a process that removes bitter taste. Ma'am.
What kind of process?
We found that roughness and bitter taste went out as we reduced the caffeine down to 50%.
50%? Explain why you went to 50.
Let me show you. Run the film, Mike.
Smoothness and richness take over when there's 50% less caffeine than regular coffee. The Perfect Cup.
As simple as it sounds, that's the breakthrough. And speaking of a breakthrough, let's have a coffee break.
Introducing the Perfect Cup. Once you taste this coffee, you will have no questions.
Well, you really did it to yourself this time.
Plop, plop, fizz, fizz, oh, what a relief it is. Plop, plop, fizz, fizz, oh, what a relief it is. Plop, plop, fizz, fizz, oh, what a relief it is.
Ah, those lovely bubbles. Bursting into action, instantly soothing your upset stomach and speeding relief to your aching head. Alka-Seltzer works fast.
Oh, what a relief it is.
Hello, young waffle lovers, wherever you are. Professor Goody here, high up in this bell tower. And just so that pesky waffle whiffer won't follow me, I'm pulling all the ladders up behind me. There, safe at last. Now to pop a couple of delicious Aunt Jemima frozen waffles into my trusty toaster. So light, crisp, golden brown. Oh, I could hardly wait. Wobble, wobble, wobble. Wobble, 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 wobble. Sorry, Wallace. These Aunt Jemima waffles are just for me. Wobble, 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 wobble. Hey, now. Wobble. Wallace, please. Wobble, 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 wobble. Oh, very well, Wallace. Won't you join me?
Wobble, wobble, wobble. This is a waffle whiffer whiffing an Aunt Jemima waffle. You'll find them in your grocer's freezer. Is there a waffle whiffer at your house? Wobble?
Cost of living got you down.
Prices are so high, I take a ladder to go shopping.
Cost of living got you down.
Money used to burn a hole in my pocket.
Now it isn't even there long enough to get warm.
There's one bargain left in town.
Campbell's Soups. Try chicken with rice. Best parts of the chicken, fluffy rice, and 2 chicken stocks for extra flavor. About 6 cents a 7-ounce serving.
Sit right down and get your Campbell's worth.
Birth defects strike over 250,000 infants a year in this country alone. What can we do about it? Plenty. You know, research has shown that some birth defects can be prevented by proper prenatal care, and that includes good nutrition.
Well, that's not bad, but 4 pounds in 2 weeks is terrific.
I'm Mark Hamill asking you to protect the unborn and the newborn.
Those dirty rings. You scrub them, soak them, even bleach them. And you can still come out with... Ring around the collar! Now, try whisk around the collar. Pour concentrated whisk right on the dirt. It sinks in, starts to clean before you start to wash. Whisk around the collar beats ring around the collar every time. Whisk.
Here's Lucy. Was brought to you by Whisk. Whisk around the collar beats ring around the collar.
Mother Care take care of you before you're born and when you're...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Mother Care go up to 10.
You can go there when you're big, go there when you're small. You can go before you've scarcely been anywhere at all.
Now Mother Care go up to 10.
At Mother Care, you're sure that the prices will be right for a grown-up girl or a tiny little mite.
Now Mother Care go up to 10.
Such special care, such sensible prices for mothers-to-be and children up to...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Happy Valentine's, Mother Care go up to 10.
Fireplaces glowing, icicles growing, hearts overflowing with cheer. It's that wonderful season we all find so pleasing, the Toys R Us time of year. The world's biggest toy stores, Toys R Us. The biggest selection, Toys R Us. It's the Toys R Us time of year. Toys R Us.
My name is Mr. Bubble. Let me show you tubs of fun.
You can be a bubble nose.
With Mr. Bubble.
You can have some bubble toes.
With Mr. Bubble.
Or be a bobblehead.
With Mr. Bubble. I'm safe and gentle, and I make getting clean almost as much fun as getting dirty. Have a tub of fun with Mr. Bubble. He makes getting clean almost as much fun as getting dirty. Mr. Bubble.
What makes you think I'm a spy?
Two-way radio? Micro tape recorder?
What makes you think I'm a spy?
On what?
Chocolate. Minstrels. Not like ordinary chocolate. Crisp sugar shell on the outside and surprise, surprise, smooth milk chocolate on the inside.
Chocolate?
Mm-hmm.
You do surprise me.
Minstrels. One of life's more pleasant surprises. Candy crisp, chocolate smooth.
Have you ever wished for one product that would clean and shine almost everything in your house? Here it is, Clean and Shine. Like magic, Clean and Shine leaves a nice shine on fine wood furniture, so you don't need furniture polish. It cleans and shines mirrors, so you don't need glass cleaner for mirrors. It cleans and shines refrigerators, like this kitchen product, even countertops, tile, and vinyl. Try new Clean and Shine, the foam that cleans and shines almost everything in your house.
What's up? Dino's stolen the different vitamins we need to make Flintstones. Yabba-dabba-doo, yabba-dabba-doo. Flintstone vitamins are good to chew with vitamin A, vitamin B's, vitamin C, and vitamin D. Help your body work and grow right.
We put them all together to make Flintstones vitamins.
Mom, if your kids don't always eat right, one Flintstone each day ensures they're getting the vitamins they may need. Yabba-dabba-doo. Flintstones, regular and plus iron.
open and icy cold hams. Refreshing as the land of sky blue waters. Enjoy a cool, refreshing hams.
When Lipton blows the whistle, you gotta have a cup of tea. Listen to the Lipton whistle. Brisk, brisk, brisk. Lipton tea.
Lipton flow-through tea bags, like 2 bags of flavor in one.
We should be working toward 21 plus campuses of roughly capacity of 600 plus students.
That's Dr. Joe Baresi with the Midland School Board talking about plans for construction with enrollment expected to top 2,000 in the next 5 years. What will those plans entail? I'm Rob Quirk in the Channel 9 newsroom. Will new buildings be constructed? Will additions be made? And at what cost to you? Join Janet and me for Channel 9 News at 10 o'clock.
Bronco Chevrolet has discounted each and every Suburban in stock $2,000. Get great selections and $2,000 in savings from the heartbeat of West Texas. Bronco Chevrolet.
When news happens in the Permian Basin, and you see it happen, call Newsline 9 at 561-9991.
Crunchy is a golden honeycomb of hundreds of tiny glucose bubbles, covered in creamy milk chocolate.
Once there was an ant and a grasshopper. The ant worked day and night while his friend the grasshopper fiddled away his free time. Then when the ant left on his winter vacation, was the grasshopper left in the cold? Cause the grasshopper was on the payroll savings plan. And by now, all those U.S. savings bonds added up to a big surprise to the ant and a big winter vacation for the grasshopper. Moral, buy U.S. savings bonds and you don't need a rich ant.
It's happening all around the house, right about now.
I'd like a Triscuit.
I'd like a Triscuit.
I'd like a Triscuit. I know my family, and when they'd like a snack, they'd like a Triscuit wafer.
Great with cheese.
Or with a dip.
Neat with jam. Or just by themselves. And they really are good. Triscuit wafers, they're made from 100% natural whole wheat, and that's good too.
A Triscuit baked only by Nabisco.
From time to time through history, the greatest need has been for facts. Facts to know where to build new schools, new houses, hospitals, factories, roads. We need facts to help fight sickness and disease. And that is why, on April the 25th, we are asking you to fill in the 1971 census. An army of men and women with light blue satchels will deliver and collect them from every household in Britain, with no exceptions. The form is secret. There is nothing to fear from completing it. When its contents have been analyzed, it'll be locked away for 100 years under guard. And all these officials are pledged to secrecy. Identify them by the blue satchel. It's the big form with a big job to do. We need the facts from you.
Look what happens when you buy 3 boxes of Purina Cat Chow. You get 1 box free. Purina Cat Chow. Chow, chow, chow.
Buy 3 bags of Purina Cat Chow and get a coupon good for 1 bag free.
Purina Cat Chow. Chow, chow, chow.
No matter what size you buy, you can mail in proofs of purchase and get a coupon good for 1 free.
Purina Cat Chow. Chow, chow, chow.
So, buy any 3 Purina Cat Chow now and get 1 free.
Chow, chow, chow.
Tuesday, a lucky shot makes Richie an instant hero.
Want to go up to Inspiration Point with me? I'll show you my fake.
Oh, Richie, you're such a jock.
Then...
Buns.
Hiya, Pinky. How you?
It's the love story that shook the world.
I love what?
There's drama, action and romance. Fonzie loves Pinky right after Happy Days.
Cookie's life is like a taste and a feeling you like. Coca-Cola, Coca-Cola. Come on, girl, gotta share a Coke with you. Let the feeling through. You wanna live a little bit more. That's what the taste of Coke is for. Cookie's life, everybody wants a little life. Coca-Cola, Cookie's life, everybody.
Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. Almond Joy's got nuts, Mounds don't. Almond Joy's got real milk chocolate, coconut and munchy nuts too. Mounds got deep dark chocolate and chewy coconut. Ooh. Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. Peter Paul, Almond Joy's got nuts, Peter Paul, Mounds don't. Because sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't.
America's been waiting for a family show about a real family.
Maybe you're just old-fashioned. Yeah, maybe.
A show that reveals the joys and the sorrows.
You better all dig down and find your pennies because this family could be in deep financial trouble.
The triumphs and the defeats of real people.
Mary, would you lay off him? He's just trying to do his job.
The Bradfords are the family. 8 is Enough is the show. Right after Happy Days and Laverne and Shirley.
Creases look really sharp in the right places, but never on your eyes. That's why Revlon created Natural Wonder Crease-Proof Cream Shadow. Crease-Proof Shadow. It just won't creep into creases. It's wink-proof, fade-proof, even waterproof. Stays fresh, stays put in 21 beautiful colors. Natural Wonder Crease-Proof Shadow by Revlon. There you go.
When I was a kid, the closest you could get me to a fish was the aquarium. Now, thanks to McDonald's, I'm the expert. You see, most fish is not government inspected, but all McDonald's fish is U.S. government inspected grade A. And it's all prime white filet. No fish cakes, not ground up, not mixed with other fish. It's a filet of fish. The best-selling fish sandwich in America.
Tell him your nickname, Henry.
They call me Jaws.
Quality you can taste.
If you make this shot, you can have anything you want for dinner.
I'll have Kentucky Fried Chicken, Mom.
You got it, superstar.
Kids love Kentucky Fried Chicken, just like other folks. And with all those delicious fixins, what a meal.
It's finger-licking good! Real goodness from Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Check, testing, 1, 2, fuck it. I guess that's my cue, people. Here I am. I'm here, I'm weird, get used to it. I got no socks on my feet. I got naked toes. I've been walking around with slippers on. And the boogers in my nose. Oh, yeah. Ooh, ooh. Yeah. Just trying to stay away from the news. That's all I'm doing. It's just trying to keep busy and stay away from the news. I didn't go out yesterday. I became too ill after the show. I just got really wheezy and dizzy and tired and lethargic, and I didn't do anything. I swear I didn't do nothing. The worst part of the cold that usually gets me, or the flu or whatever, is the sniffles and the runny nose and the face that just melts. I hate that. So far, knock on wood, I haven't had that. Yeah, I've got a little bit of the sniffles, and I had a little bit of a tickle and a congestion. The worst of it was on Sunday, the main day that it hit me. Yesterday I just felt weak all day. Today, I still have all of the symptoms. And my daughter tells me that Sunday we're going to a show. We are going to Los Angeles. No, we're going to Santa Ana to the observatory. And it's a club in Santa Ana. I've been to this before. Good morning. The observatory. I went and saw Lucas Nelson and Promise of the Real at the observatory. Gosh, that was like 2 years ago. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, Joey. How are you today? Oh, yeah. I'm, sick. I'm not really sick. I'm just sick. It goes well with my sick in the head. Totally. It's okay, though. It could be worse. Somebody just added a story that I'm curious about. So I'm going to get on my... You're still sick, too. It ain't no fun. It ain't no fun. Nope. It ain't no fun. It's not any much fun at all. There we go. I'm just trying to get it done here. Trying to avoid looking at the news while I'm turning on my stuff here. Alright. Yeah, I don't want to look at that either. Okay, let me turn off the sound. Okay. Well, that was pointless. That was pointless. Somebody's stupid, pointless post about nothing. At least nothing irrelevant. Let's switch it up this morning and get our graphics going here. Let's see. The album of the day, or the movie of the week, of course, is Spinal Tap. The album of the day. What is the album of the day? TV show of the week. I was just thinking of a TV show earlier, and of course I didn't write it down. So there you go. I'm hoping I feel better today. It's so nice, my daughter being done with school for a little while. It makes me really, really yearn for when she's done completely in the summer. She was in here with us last night, most of the night, watching TV, hanging out. Even if we weren't watching TV, we're just sitting in here hanging out together. And that doesn't happen a lot. Most recently for sure, but over the last 16, 17 years, she's been school. She's a school kid. Totally. Anyway, we've got to come up with a good album of the day. And it's Totally Television Tuesday, so we need a good TV show for the week. Something different. Anyway, I'm not going to dwell on it because it's still early. And I spent one more night out here in the living room because I'm sick and I don't want my wife to get sick. So there you go. I'll probably sleep in bed tonight unless I'm coughing or gagging or something today. But because of my smoking, I really haven't felt the whole lung thing yet. I can hear it, but I can't feel it. I wake up with a little congestion in the morning and in the middle of the night. And I gotta gag up some phlegm, but that's about it. Nothing too crazy. Motor City 5. Let's see if we can find that. I'm going to have to find something here that I can actually listen to. So there you go. Okay. Let's try that. Sick as a brick. That's what I am. Yeah, sick as your Rick. Keep your Ricky in your pants, eh? Don't be a Richard. Totally. Oh, my nose. I guess it could be worse, right? It could be really bad. So, I guess I'm okay. It can always be worse, right? Totally. Yeah, baby. Yeah. Yeah, baby. How are we all doing out there today? In the world. In the world. Is everyone in the world doing today? Huh? I don't know, man. I don't know. I was talking to my daughter yesterday and told her that I was doing the Count Dracula voice yesterday. And she was laughing her head off. You're so crazy. Yeah, I'm crazy, man. Too much. Too much. Oh, let's see. Oh, man. I blow it, but it's like starting a faucet. I just need it to coagulate. Like a scab. I just need my nose to scab over so it'll stop running. Maybe your ass will scab over. Shut up. Okay, let's see. What's an obscure TV show from the 70s or 80s? I saw Molly Ringwald. I almost said Molly Ringwald. Molly Ringwald. I saw her on a commercial last night. But I thought I was old. She had some work done. She don't look the same. She don't look like the Molly Ringwald all grown. You know what? Yesterday when I was saying it's nice to look at older people and imagine what they looked like when they were younger. When they have plastic surgery, it messes that up. You can no longer look at them and see them as they were younger. You look at them and go, what the fuck happened to you? At least I do. And I looked at Molly Ringworm last night and I was like, what the hell happened to you? I know I said it. I know I said it. Totally. There you go. There's a show for you. Mm-hmm. There it is. Alright, well, I'm going to try it. I'm going to try. It's not the right file, but I'm going to try. Wow. With the last season, they really look different, huh? Mm-hmm. It's another one. It's another. And it's another. Alright, well, let's just take that and then we'll run with it. We just run with it, yeah. Oh, pardon me. Oh, pardon me. Oh, pardon me. Hey, there it is. One of my favorite shows from the, back in the day there. Back in the day. Yeah. hell's that? Oh, my cartoon. Did I mess it up? Oh, not too much. Yeah. Anywho. How's it going? That's the shows. That's the stuff, except I need to put it over here. Oh. There we go. And now we're set up for today. Yep, yes sirree, Babarooney. Oy. I didn't do shit yesterday. I just, like my daughter said, just rest. Just take it easy today, just rest. So I did. And I stayed in bed pretty much all day. And by the evening time, I'm talking to my daughter saying, honey, I'm so bored. I need to do something. I'm so bored. So she came out and we watched some more of one of those Asian competition shows. The Final Draft, Japan. It's really good. We finished it off, and she and I started to binge Stranger Things again from the beginning. So we started with season 1, episode 1 yesterday, and watched 2 episodes, and then Mom got up from her nap, and we brought her out to watch some of that Asian competition show, and that was good. So I told my daughter, look, if we're going to get through this Stranger Things, then we need to do like a half a season a day. At least through the first couple of seasons. And then a couple of episodes a day, because the episodes get longer. So, yeah. It's really, really good. I didn't remember how good it was from the beginning until we started watching it. As soon as it opened up, I started grabbing movies that the Duffer Brothers used to help them create the overall experience, right? The opening scene is all E.T., right? And it's pretty cool. There's some Poltergeist in there. There's a lot of movies that they pulled from to make this. It's really cool. Really cool. I got my heater on, as you can probably hear. It's 52 degrees. It's going to be in the 70s all week. So, I really wanted to go out Sunday night to a local club. They were having a masquerade ball and celebrating some Ace Frehley stuff, and I didn't get to make it. A friend of mine was on stage, and I just didn't get to make it. So my goal is to get out and move around and do stuff as soon as I'm not sick anymore, and work my stamina up, and try to get back to where I was, where I could stay up late at night partying and not suffer for it for like a week. Sunday, we've got to go out Sunday. We're going to see The Academy Is Sunday in Santa Ana at the observatory. And boy, do I wish Joey was still here. I said, aren't you going to that show with one of your girlfriends? And she said, no, this one's you and me. And I went, oh, okay, groovy, let's do it. And I said, gosh, I hope we're not feeling crappy by then still. She said, nah, we'll be fine by then. She's a pretty positive kid. I said, I haven't seen The Academy Is yet. And she said, no, not this one. So there you go. She got us VIP parking. She got us early entrance so that we can get in and get a place and she can get situated. I told her it's harder for me to get a place to kind of put my stool and sit than it is for her to just kind of wiggle up to the front. Because she's a girl, so she can just kind of ride up to the front, which where I'm going to be sitting is about 30 feet from me. Unless it gets too crazy, then in which case I will probably go sit outside in the smoking area. Because sometimes it's just too much for me. She was looking at VIP seating, and I think it's up above where Alice Cooper was sitting when we were watching Lucas Nelson, Willie Nelson's son. But I kept looking up thinking, no. And at one point I looked up and said to myself, yeah, that's fucking Alice Cooper sitting there. Yeah, that's him. It's weird. It was weird. But yeah, there he was. You get a lot of those kind of sightings in California. Here in Joshua Tree, in Palm Springs, in LA, in Hollywood, Santa Ana. All over. Because celebrities live all over. So you may not realize that you have like a dozen celebrities that live in your area. And then all of a sudden you're like, hey, I keep seeing that dude at the grocery store. Oh yeah, he just lives up the road. And it's nice when they can be out and doing stuff and nobody harasses them. In California, it used to be that way. In California, celebrities could walk around and hang out with people and nobody made a big deal of it because it was California and you saw that shit all the time, right? And then when we got such an influx of non-native Californians moving into the state, it got a little weird. And the tourism, hey, peace, brother. Have a good night. Take care of yourself. Take some vitamin C or something. But not the suppository ones. They burn. Yeah. The tourism hit, and it's like the people who live out here have turned into tourists because now they see a celebrity and they just bombard. Get me a shirt from the concert. Okay, let me remind myself to tell Natalie. And my size was sold out at the Riot Fest. Okay. Academy is shirt. And you want a large, right? And I think it was, we'll see if we can find a Riot Fest one. Sometimes they have leftover shirts from different things. Totally. Peace, man. I gotta put this somewhere where I'm not gonna forget it. On my bong. There. Ta-da! 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 I'll see my bong at least a few more times today. Large. That's what I thought. All right, man. Take care. Have a good night. Take care of yourself. Get better. We'll see you soon. So I've got a great cane stool that I got from... I have two. I picked up one that was kind of loose and wiggly. And then I found another one at one of the local pharmacy stores. I think it was like Rite Aid or something. And so I picked it up and clicked it in and sat down on it, and it didn't flex or wiggle or anything. And I'm like, oh yeah, this is the one for me. So now I have two. I have a heavy-duty one for me and a lightweight one for the girls. Because sometimes you're going to a show, and my wife and I, we go to a show, and I'm going to be taking both stools with us to the concert on the 27th here in town, because there's no seating. And there's a long period of time where you get in there and you wait, right? And then on occasion during the show, standing on my feet for 2 hours, I just have to sit down. And when it's a drive out to L.A., Santa Ana, then I have to have something, because I'm going to get there exhausted, right? I have to sleep in late or nap, and then I've got to really take it easy while I'm there, because I've got to drive 2.5, 3 hours either direction, and that can be taxing. So I have to take it easy. Yeah, baby. And so I shall. Oh, my neck. My whole body is just so... Boy, that flu stuff, it really grabs your whole body. But my daughter's like, you didn't even get half as sick as I did, and you're already on the mend. And I said, well, I wouldn't let myself. She said, how do you do that? I said, I had all kinds of school stuff to do, and I kept telling myself, don't get sick. And I said, the older you get, the easier it is for you to control your body. And not like, you're going to do this, body. It's not like that. It's a mental thing. She says, yeah, a mental thing. I get that. And I said, so all you have to do is, every time you start to get sick, put yourself in a place of not being sick. No matter how sick you get, put yourself in a place of not being sick and getting better sooner, and stay positive. And it works. I'm proof of that. My wife and daughter both will just get miserably sick. And I'll be like, eh. Sometimes I'll have to ride it out a little bit longer, because it doesn't just hit me and then leave me like it does with them within like a week. Sometimes it'll hit me semi-hard, and then it'll drag on for a week as it kind of fades away. Or 2 weeks. Or 3 weeks. And I just keep taking the vitamins and supplements and eating right, drinking a lot of water. I think the caffeine in the coffee has really helped to keep the coughing at bay, as well as the smoking, because I'm a smoker, so smokers react different to coughing and phlegm and that kind of stuff. Lung issues, right? It's just the way it is. That's the way I heard, and that's the way it is. And that's what I'm reporting. People who smoke are better able to deal with lung-based infections and viruses and issues and that kind of stuff. And it's true. It's fucking true. Yeah. Parlamoid. Jack, baby. Harry Noid. So my goal this week is to get out, figure out a few different locations for an arcade, and figure out how we're going to start with the initial fundraiser. And I think the initial fundraiser is going to be half of what we need. Half of the $25,000. So I think I'm going to be looking at trying to collect $10,000 to $15,000 in the first fundraiser, because what I need is the initial amount to buy the 6 or more machines to start with outright. I want to buy them outright. Once we start open the arcade, we may rent a couple of high-end machines to showcase the arcade. I really want to stay away from renting. I want to stay away from making payments. I want all of the money to go back into the arcade and not out to services and people and stuff. So we're not, for the first year, 6 months to a year, we're not going to have any staff, and we're going to try hard not to rent stuff, spend money on things that don't come back to us 100%. If I'm renting a machine, I'm not making the money on the machine until I'm done paying rent on it, and then I start making money. And I don't really want to do that if I can avoid it. So it all hinders on the weekly and monthly income. Once a week we have to make enough to pay rent. Once a week we have to make enough to pay the utilities. Once a week, or 1 week we need to make enough to put some savings away. And then another week, all of that money goes to buying a new machine. And try to set it up so that every 2 weeks to a month, the business expands from the inside. That's the only way that it could work. You have to have shirts right away. You have to have collectible memorabilia crap right away out here. It's the tourist thing. I'm going to have to find little arcade games in a box to sell, right? Mini arcade games, the mini Atari things. We're going to have to dig up stuff to put on a little retail shelf, because that's going to be a thing. So much to be done. So this week, find out what we're going to do to raise money in the first chunk. About 3 months. In about 3 months, we need to come up with about $5,000 a month, and then $5,000 a month for the next 3 months after that. That's quite a bit. If things don't work out fundraising wise, that means I'll have to go to someone, 1 or 2 people, and try to get a loan. Try to get a personal loan from someone that I know and set it up so that I can start the payments in a year. Give me a long-term loan. I'll pay you X amount more, but you got to give me a year to start paying. I think after a year or before a year, I'll probably just pay them. Boom. One lump sum. You're done. You're paid. Here's an extra chunk and a lifetime wristband. Right? And if I have to go after somebody and borrow $15,000 here and $10,000 there, I'll do that. Because at this point there's no fucking stopping me. All of the things that I see wanting to happen out here are happening in that one store. Good morning. Good morning, William. Let me write you up in the logbook here. Late to class again, huh? Not much. As you can see, we've decorated the screen this morning already. I'm on the mend from being sick. The worst day was Sunday, the first day, as it is usually. I felt a little better yesterday, and I'm feeling much better today. Not as phlegmy and as raw in here. I sure sound raw, but I don't feel it as much. Kick out the jams. That's on my list of stuff to listen to here. So, once I get my act together and I'm back in the groove, so to speak, it'll be easier to deal with this in the morning. But right now I'm still coming down from Thanksgiving, and we're just getting over Joey being here, and now everybody's sick again, and I'm like, ugh. just take a break, take it easy, relax, and then go after it, right? So right now I'm just trying to take it easy, and then I'm gonna fucking go after it, big time. It's just about time here to drink some coffee. I hate it when I accidentally do a little spillage here. And that was a sheer accident, because it was just like I just plurped back into saddle again. Totally. I can't wait till I get more people to come out here and visit from other parts of the country. You know, especially once the arcade is up and running, because that's going to be the place. We're just going to hang out there all the time, 24/7 at the arcade. Hey, is that arcade open? Nah, they're having another private fucking function again. They're all night, every fucking night, playing, fucking doing shit. That damn arcade, it's always busy. Yeah. I'm working on it, baby. I'm working on it. I'm trying to take it in chunks, right? Because if I just try to eat the whole thing, that is Willie. That is Willie. I bought this shirt when I went to see Lucas Nelson and Promise of the Real out here at Pappy and Harriet's. And I didn't have any Lucas Nelson shirt. And so I thought, all right, I'm going to represent. And so I wore this. And he looked at me right in my eyes, looked down at my shirt, and looked right in my eyes and smiled. Lucas Nelson, right, while he was playing. And gave me a little, and that was great. That was it. And he made eye contact with my daughter and I a couple of times, which was really cool. When he was singing one of his solo song on the piano, Smile. He was singing that. He was right next to us on his piano. And we got some more eye contact, and it was pretty cool. It warmed me inside. You know, when you're acknowledged. When you're at a concert and you're so far that nobody even knows who the fuck you are, but when you're so close that you're acknowledged by the artist, it makes you feel like, I don't know. Makes you feel good. Ah, just got a Willie shirt yourself. Well, put it on. I love Willie Nelson's song, Highway to Hell. Right? Oh, wait. Wait, that was Chris Christopherson. Sorry. I'm sorry, I always get them mixed up. Oh yeah, baby. Coffee. It's on now. Mm-hmm. I keep seeing different walls and corners in the arcade, and it's becoming more and more and more real. And it's a brick building. It's an old brick building here in town. I don't know where, but I see an old brick building here in town that used to be a house or apartments or little shops or something. And it's mostly little rooms, but one of the things has been opened up into a bigger two-room area that's going to be the arcade. There's some office space. I see a corner with a couch and a couple of chairs and a stereo. I see a corner of retail stuff. I see a counter with some stools and snack bar stuff and coffee and drinks. I see TVs in the corners with MTV blasting through them. I like Willie Nurse, Back in Black. That's the one. That's the one. Yeah. Oh my God, I need a burrito, baby. Sorry. Have you picked out a location yet? Yes, here in town. No, I didn't go out yesterday because I was feeling puny. My wife said, stay, I don't need you. So I stayed. My plan is to go out at some point. I got to go to the grocery store today. So that's tops on my list. I may even go out and get a hard drive today since I've got just about got the money to deal with it. So grocery store hard drive. And what I'll do is I'll take pictures of a few places. And I'll take my daughter with me. She doesn't want to go, but neither do I, so it's perfect. In the sand. Totally. So, I have locations in my head, but I don't know if they're real. So I have to go out and look to see if I can find those locations in town, the ones in my head. And then find out if the price is right. If the price ain't right, then I'm really in a pickle. Because then it means more fundraising before I can get started. So I'm not going to start serious fundraising until January 1st. Why? Because of taxes. Exactly for that reason. I want to start this stuff on a new tax year so I don't have anything going, well, did this happen in December or January? And I don't want anything to go on this year's taxes. So it's going to happen in January. Manifest destiny. That's it, dude. Visualization. So just like Susie said, I need you all to visualize me sitting in my own arcade. That's it. That's all you got to do. You know what I look like? Grab up a satellite picture of Joshua Tree and point down and say, there's an arcade in this town and that guy is sitting in it. He owns it. That's all you got to do. And we're going to get there. And then I'm going to have you guys fly out or drive out or whatever. Get a school bus and drive it out, picking people up along the way. And we're going to have a huge party at some point. Anytime somebody shows up in town, we're going to go to the arcade and have a party. Boom. Boom. I want to live there. I probably will. The first 6 months to a year, I will probably live there. I will put a sofa bed or Murphy bed or air mattress or something in an office or a corner. And every night, at the end of the night, I will be there and I will be going to sleep there. And it will be my world until it becomes my daughter's world. I see an office with all of this crap in the office and a Murphy bed or a sofa bed in there. And somebody's always staying at the arcade. There's always somebody there. 24/7, there's always somebody at the arcade. It's not open all the time, but there's always somebody there, on-site security type stuff, right? Perfect. Even so much as getting a motorhome and parking it out back, and then just living there, period. Giving up all of this splendor and just focusing on the arcade. Man, I'm there. I am so there. So I brushed it up against my daughter, and I laid it all out to my wife. I said, we got to do it. It's going to happen. If there's one thing that we can do to be successful, it's got to be this. Let's do this. Ever thought of doing a GoFundMe for your arcade? Yes. There are things called Indiegogo and startup, some kind of startup thing. So I'm going to be using what I can. I'm going to find out the rules and regulations and how many I can use, what I can do, how much I can raise, yada, yada, yada. And do it in chunks that are manageable enough to actually, I can raise money. I see people trying to raise a couple of bucks and nobody helps. How am I going to get $5,000, let alone $15,000. So I have to do that. And then I have to go after people. And then I have to have people who go after people for me. I have to get people together. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have a party. And I'm gonna have a little dinner party, and I'm gonna pull together a couple of people that I know at this dinner party. And I'm gonna lay out my plan. People who I trust not to steal my idea. And then I'm going to ask if they will help me to raise money. I'm not going to ask them for money, because if I don't raise enough money, I may have to say, okay, loan me some money then. And I don't want to do that. So I'm going to pull together, probably have some kind of event on the channel here, have some kind of dinner party where I can lay it all out to a few people and get them to help me raise money. Look, I can't give up the idea, because as soon as I do, somebody else is going to steal it, and there'll be an arcade in town before I even get my shit together. Somebody with the bucks is going to step up and go, ooh, great idea. I got the money to do that right now. And shit all over me. And there are people like that. I have friends who tie-dye dresses and t-shirts, and they make money that way. See? Now what I need is a low-impact fundraising campaign, which means it's low impact on me. Physically, logistically, monetarily, it has to be a low impact on me. I don't have the money to go out and buy something, to create something to sell for more at this point. And I don't want to get into doing that, because I've tried the whole t-shirt thing. I've tried to raise money for something, and it fell flat. So what I need to do, rich people suck, exactly. I need rich people on my side. Rich people who think, I like the way I like what you're doing. Here's a bunch of money, pay me back in a year. That's what I need. I need somebody who's going to be able to hook me up with $10,000 to $15,000 at some point, and let me have a year before I have to pay them, and then probably just pay them in one shot with some interest and a lifetime membership. So I'm going to get a few people to go out and fundraise for me. People who know people. Get them the information they need to represent the arcade. People who I'm going to want to be involved with the arcade for its life. Those are the people that I'm going to go after for help, right? I'm going to have a place where my friend can come and have an event and throw a concert anytime he wants, right? No, this isn't a rant. You're right. I'm not ranting. Why am I ranting? This is a report, man, because I'm reporting on the truth. We're going to have an arcade. I'm going to be, in a year, I'm going to be doing, or sooner, I'm going to be doing this show from my office inside of the arcade. That's just the way it is. Either that or I'll be dead. The rich people who are assholes suck. Rich people who use their money like tools to help people. They're cool people. There are some of those out here. I'm hoping that within 3 months I will be so deep into this that by come spring, March, May, April, May, by May, we should be looking at a soft opening and doing a grand opening party shortly after. We're going to do a soft opening and have a bunch of locals come and hang out and do a little barbecue party and turn all the machines on and let them play. And then we're going to say, look, we need to get you guys to spread the word. And that's going to be fun. I'm going to go after local businesses. Say, look, I'll advertise your business in my store on a wall with a picture or a mural or whatever you want. If you can hang a sign in your place that says, be sure to stop by the arcade. Right? Because I won't really be competing with anybody at that point. I'll have shirts and cups and stickers like everybody else. I'll sell a little couple of coffees like everybody else. But for the most part, I'm not going to capitalize on the booze and the parties and the food and all of the knickknacks and tourist stuff. There you go. Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. I just want to get this done before I bite the dust. That's it. Because we all bite the dust. So I need to take all of my research and turn it into reality. That's it. I need to take all of my research and then I need to find out the reality of all of that. Find out how it's going to work, what the real numbers are. Like leasing a building. That's the big one. I need to get out to the arcade video game superstore and I need to shop. I need to shop firsthand. Then physically look at things and touch them and say, yeah, that's the showcase machine. Here's the two, other big machines, and here are the three machines that are also going to keep people busy. And put in orders for other stuff. Look, and and try to rent something if I can, just to get things rolling. Rent something that's just going to bring people in. Just for a month or two, 6 months. The first 6 months, rent something that brings the people in, and then eventually buy it or replace it with something else that's purchased, not rented. But I only see myself renting like one, maybe two machines at the very most. I spent the day yesterday watching replays of a Christmas Jam show. There you go. Yeah, like I said, my daughter and I, we just started rewatching from the beginning Stranger Things on Netflix. And it's great because now we're in the arcade world in the 1980s and I can start saying, huh? I'm gonna get her on board with this. Because it's just one of those things. It's a family thing. I'm the dad, I'm the ringleader, so I can say, okay, look, this is now a family thing. We're doing this as a family. And that's one of the cool things about being a dad, is that you have the capacity to say, I'm putting my foot down and we're doing a dad thing, and damn it, this is family now. We're going to start a family business. We're all in on it because we're family, and I'm the dad and I say so. And that's hilarious. And I love that. So that's it. I can just put my foot down. Mom puts her foot down all the time and makes mom edicts, right? So, there you go. It's the dad's prerogative to start a family business and make his family help. It's been that way for hundreds and thousands of years. So there you go. And I'll conscript anybody nearby to fucking help. Period. I'm going to start going to a barber. Now that I have teeth, and I can sit in a barber chair and have a guy this close to me and not feel weird about my nasty teeth. So I'm going to start going to the barber again. I'm going to start looking professional every day. When I leave the house, at least. I'm going to start researching literature and learning real estate speak and business speak and that kind of stuff, so I know what I'm talking about when I'm going after something, right? And that's where I put on my pretender hat, and I love to be a pretender. I've been a pretender my whole life. I used to walk into a town, any town, be the new guy in town, and get a job. And usually it was by pretending I was what they wanted. Most of the time, they would find out later that we don't want this guy. But by then, I would already have a paycheck under my belt, and I could find a new job and be moving on. Right? So now I get to be a pretender and pretend that I know what I'm talking about when it comes to starting a business. Because when it comes to starting a business, well, I have started a business before. But now I can really sink my teeth into it. The first of the year, we're gonna start doing all the things we need to do to get this rolling. The business license, the business name, the bank account, the fundraising, the full business plan, the games, the building. It's just gonna all snowball. And if it comes down to it, and it's inevitable that this is going to happen and work, and we have to sink into our own finances to do it, that's just how it's going to have to be. If we get down to, look, we're ready for the opening, but we need more stuff, we go, I sell shit, I do whatever I got to do to open properly. We've got to have the place set up for food, which means we've got to have a sink with hot and cold running water. We've got to have a handicapped access bathroom and parking, an entrance, the works. I want this to be so ready from the get-go. I'm just getting so darn fidgety. It's coming. It's happening. I can feel it. I see it. I see it. Visualize it. You can see it. It's there. I mean, I see it so much. We haven't even changed much in the building or outside the building yet. We've just pretty much cleaned it and moved in and decorated it. The walls are still the same puke salmon color that they were when we started. I don't know why. But I see a brick building with a puke salmon walls, old paint, shitty red Berber carpet, right? Tile roof. I see it. And I see the arcade inside this crappy old building. So it must be real. If I see it, it must be there. So I gotta go out and find that building now. Find out if it's gonna work. Find out if it's for lease. Find out how much. What needs to be done. Has it been condemned? Does it need more work than I can handle? Financially? Because I want to be able to move into a place and them say, so what are you going to do to redecorate? For nothing. We're just moving in and we're going to open up. We can deal with that later. When the place starts making money, then we start spending money. I don't want to move into it having spent $50,000 just to start. No. We should start for less than $25,000 and be up and running and never have to really spend anything to fix the place up yet for the first few months. Eventually we'll say, okay, now we're gonna paint this corner. We're gonna build a little snack bar. You know, we're gonna paint this corner and we're gonna put in a little sofa. And I'm talking used garage sale furniture shit. The cheapest, oldest, crappiest stuff we can find, cleaned up and refurbished. Because it all has to look old. The whole place has to have the old vibe. I'm going to go out and spend a couple $1,000s at some point just on old televisions that work. Right? Old televisions. Tube televisions. We're going to have a technical department that handles so many different items from the past. I was watching Stranger Things and their walkie-talkies, and I'm like, yeah, This is it. We got to have walkie-talkies in there, right? When you're there and you're working, you have to be dressed in the 1980s, right? Anybody who comes in dressed in 1980s attire, even if it's just a Wham t-shirt, right? You get a token, or you get $5 free tokens, which is just 5 games. You get 5 free games if you come in dressed in the 80s. Yeah, 80s night. Once a week we'll have live music. Oh, man. Oh, man. I see it. I see it all. I see it all. So I just have to get to the point to where my daughter sees it. Once she sees it and is experiencing it in her own head and able to visualize it, Mom will have no choice, right? No choice. Cheers. And she's already like, well, just do it then. If you think that it's possible. She's like, I don't know. I don't know anything about video games or business. But she said, you know video games. You know vintage. You know 80s. You know all that crap. If you think that this is possible, then just do it, is what she said. Just do it. Don't talk about it. Just do it. Not all rich people suck about a great used car from a billionaire, and he was cool. Oh yeah, no, I totally get it. Like I said, only asshole rich people suck. Not all rich people suck. Only the assholes do. Because there's a lot of people out there who are rich, and you'd never know it because they're just so fucking down to earth and cool. We got so many of them out here. You would not know that they're wealthy by the way they dress, the way they look, the way they act, the way they talk, how nice they are. Communicable. No, it's really cool. If I had a rich friend, he would be a nice guy, and I would just say, hey, you know, take a chance on me, brother. Just take a chance on me. Will you change your mind? Shut up. Take a chance, take a chance, take a chance. Shut up. Don't even go there, you fucker. Don't ever. Oh, just no way. $4,000 cash for a one-owner used Toyota Solara convertible 2001. Right. That is great. We know people who aren't wealthy, but they're not poor. And we bought our car from one of them. They're like, I gotta get rid of this car. Do you want to buy a car? And I'm like, well, what is it? And it was like a late model Ford C-Max, right? And I'm like, something that's only like 9 years old? Really? How much? About $2,000. He said, I can get 4 for it, but I don't want to go through the hassle of dealing with it. And I thought, since I know you guys, I'd offer you a good deal on it. And I'm like, my wife is looking for a car, and yes, she'll buy it. Don't you have to ask her? She'll say yes, because she knows them really, really well. And lo and behold, she's like, yeah, okay, well, you want to make payments? And she's like, no, here. She just gave him the cash here. Here you go. She'd been saving up to get a car, so cool music scene. See, there you go. We got a great music scene out here. We've got an all-over really cool scene out here. Art, music, all of the arts, really. It's really a great place, and it's really laid back. There you go. There you go. See, I'd love to put on events like that, right? Okay, we're gonna this month we're gonna put on an event, and we're gonna raise money for this, our local charity, right? That's what I want to do. You know, let me write that down in my stuff here. Monthly fundraisers monthly fundraisers for local charities. There you go. That's it. It's like, all right, the girls' volleyball team needs uniforms. We're raising money. Come on, people. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. And then you can just stop by and talk to me. Look, we need to raise money for this thing that's going on, and it's really important. And then I'm like, yeah, okay, we'll schedule you in for next month. And this is what you need to, and give them a list of things they need to do to pull this off, because we've done this before. All right, here's your list. You need to find this and this and this and this, raise this, do this, get that, and then we're set up. Boom. Fundraiser for a local business or charity or group or organization or whatever. I don't like that question. Where did that question come from? Of course she is. She's fine. That's a weird question. Why would you ask such a thing? There's the trash man. It's a trash man. I'm trying to understand your logic, William. So please explain to me. All right, getting together another bong hit here because it's early, but it's getting late. Being alive this morning and not severely sick. The redhead grandmother died. Are we talking about Dustin Hoffman? What the heck? Redheaded grandmother? Dubs, what have you been smoking? You're not making any sense. And if you are, I'm not making any sense out of it. That's cool. On Facts of Life. Oh, that's Tootie, not Tootsie. She's Tootie. Tootie is still alive, yes. Most of them are still alive. Natalie, Mindy Cohn, she's still alive. She's most recently does a lot of voice work. She's Velma on 3 incarnations of Scooby-Doo. Yeah. That is the first season there of Facts of Life. So we have Molly Ringwald is in there. Somehow you're not seeing all messages. Well, every once in a while my algorithm slips in and decides that you're saying something that's not appropriate. Blair. Oh, the rich girl, right? Blair. Yeah, she's doing that stuff on MeTV, where she's a host of a show where they look at vintage stuff. That's pretty cool. She totally left TV because she was a very religious girl, and her family only approved, by a slim margin, her doing this. We used to call a cook head waitress Tootsie. I'll bet. No, Tootie's still, she's still doing stuff. She's still an actress, Tootie. She's probably been the most busy actress, even past Molly Ringwald. Molly Ringwald kind of slipped out. But as far as all the girls on this show, Tootie has done the most, probably. She was on a couple of those black TV shows, a lot of movies and stuff. The other girls, not so much. Even Molly Ringwald didn't do as much. Now, Mindy Cohn, she's really busy. She's got a lot of voice credits. She's done a lot of behind the animation stuff. She's probably my favorite. Probably my favorite girl on Facts of Life would be Mindy Cohn, Natalie, the chubby girl. She went through a lot on that show. She was into drugs. She got raped. There were so many things going on that show. What's Jane Fonda doing these days? Working out, dude. She's working out and getting facelifts. That's it, baby. Doing the Jane Fonda workout. The arcade. A building long enough to put the arcade in, with a little office out back next to it, connected to it, right? You go through a door and you're in an office. A couple of more buildings, small buildings, rooms connected together like an old motel or something, right? Rooms. I'd turn one into like a studio, right? A dance studio. One into like a music room and one into like a dance studio. Really. And have somebody come in there and do like jazzercise, 1980s jazzercise. Put a mirror on one wall, put a little podium in front of the mirror, and have all these old ladies in there sweating to the oldies. I could do that. Yeah. Peter Fonda in the film The Trip with Dennis Hopper. Yeah, that's a weird one. That's a weird one. I like Peter Fonda in Running with the Devil or Chase the Devil, something where they're in a motorhome, and Loretta Swit and the guy from Sergeant Hulka from Stripes. I can't remember. I can never remember his name. And they're in a motorhome and they see a satanic ritual killing, and from then on through the movie they're being chased by these crazy devil worshippers. Running with the Devil, I think is what it's called. I like Peter Fonda in anything, really. Dennis Hopper, he's a little hard to swallow sometimes. But he's a bit... I love Dennis Hopper in Flashback with Kiefer Sutherland. Right? That is great. That's a great one. That's a beautiful movie. Flashback. I see myself in my arcade office or in the arcade itself doing this show in the mornings. And then getting done with that, having something to eat, and then doing maintenance on a couple of machines, and then opening. Being open for a couple of hours with a couple of tourists dribbling through. Hey, what's going on in here? And then at about 3 or 4 in the afternoon, local kids start showing up. Right? Hanging out, just bullshitting. Some of them have wristbands. Some of them just come to hang out. And then they all start leaving at around 5 or 6. And then I hang out a couple of more hours, play a game, watch some TV, have some dinner. Frank Booth and Blue Velvet. Yeah, Blue Velvet. Well, there's one. There's one. He was just a weird guy. He was a weird dude. Everything he did was weird. Well, I mean, he grew up in Hollywood, right? Like Dean Stockwell. And I think they worked together on a few projects. Dean Stockwell grew up in Hollywood. Cool Hand Luke. There you go. And, like Roddy McDowell, when you grow up in Hollywood and are subject to all of that, you're a different kind of person, right? You're just a different kind of person. That's all you know. You know, handlers and being catered to and deals with studios and limousines and food and clothes. It's just, you're just used to it. And then when it comes and goes, then it's crazy on your brain. Yeah, man. I do not envy any of those people. Like Robert... fucking drawing a blank. The guy from Beretta, right? That guy. He was a little rascal, right? He grew up in Hollywood and had it really rough. Really rough. I mean, it's one thing when you grow up in Hollywood and you're popular and you get roles and you're always busy. But when you grow up in Hollywood and you have to struggle to get those little parts, right? Oy. And you just can't leave it because that's all you know. A lesson about bad karma of selling methamphetamines. Yeah, Robert Blake, that's it. And, yeah, that whole thing that happened around Robert Blake, that's crazy. Crazy. And that all happened because he was a product of Hollywood, you know. He had to leverage everything he owned to prove his innocence. And I don't think he actually proved it. Crazy. Hollywood is a weird place, as you can tell by the news lately. Oh, I don't even want to get into it. Because I've seen enough. All I have to do is turn on my computer, go to open a screen, and there's the news right there. And I can take it all in an instant and read the names and the information like that and just click, turn it off. Because I don't want to, you know, I would prefer to just go back and leave all of that. I'll leave all of this and just go back, you know, because this is really, the only thing about this is where I'm at and the idea that my family and I could have an arcade. That's it at this point. That's where it's at. This here, all of this, my family and an arcade. I really want to avoid thinking about anything else, especially the world in the now. So I hope I can count on a few of the irregulars out there to kind of help me spread the word once I figure out how the fundraising is going to go. Because I'm sure you guys know people who want to throw $1 or $2 or something. And it's going to come down to, you know, this many people donate this much and I'm there. This many people donate this much and I'm there. This many people donate this much and I'm there. So it's just a matter of getting it out to the right people at the right time so they can say, yeah, you know. What I should probably do is do some kind of year-end fundraiser where people are going to try to unload money before taxes. Except I'm not a tax write-off. So I think that's probably pointless. Unless, of course, I go through a GoFundMe thing and then they're donating and they can use that as a tax write-off. So then it might work. So The only thing is that I don't want to gather a bunch of funds at the end of this year and have it affect my taxes. Buy me a coffee. I need one. Buy me an arcade. That's what I wanted to say. Buy me an arcade. Somewhere in America, a man is trying to open up his own arcade. Please help him. Somewhere in America, a man is trying to give children the past. And bring adults back to theirs. Totally. I've got to post it here in my Bong to remind me to tell my daughter that we have to get Joey a shirt at the concert Sunday. We're going to a show on Sunday. So I have to be better and prepared. And if I can convince my daughter, look, this is the business for you. Buy me a fembot. One of my Futurama buddies. So if I can talk my daughter in, and I think it's going to be an easy sell, because this is the job for her. There's absolutely nothing to do. And she smiled, right? She's like, yeah, exactly. I said, there's nothing to do. You sit there, you turn on some things, you talk to people, you make some change, you make a couple of hot dogs. I mean, it's really easy fucking business. When it gets busy, we hire somebody. We do that for a while, and then I told her, and then she steps back and just runs the place. And she says, I don't know how to run a business. And I said, it's easy. I said, you don't need, we could get you a business class, but I said, more than likely, it's going to be an app. It's going to be some kind of computer program, and you just run the business through that, and it deals with tax and bills and payments and restocking and everything. I said, so we're going to do that. I said, so don't worry about that. It's going to be easy. And that's the thing. And the fact that, look, you'll be able to write your own schedule. You'll be able to decide when to open and when to close, who to hire, who to fire. And it will allow us the money and the time to go whatever concerts you want to go to, and to travel. She wants to travel? Have a bit. Your own business will pay for travel. So I don't want to travel. I could travel a little, but I would prefer to just stay with the business. You want to go? Go to England. Go to England and have fun, and I'll stay here and take care of the business while you're gone. When you get back, Mom and I are going to go to Yosemite. Right? And I'm not talking a huge longevity of a business, because it's an arcade. It's a vintage thing. Who knows what it's going to... The market may be flooded with arcades in 10 years. Or people will be just like, fuck that. It may never work. It may just be one of those niche things that it's like, that's cute, but it only gets a little traffic. So that's why I want to buy my own machines. Start off small. And not worry too much about whether or not it's going to grow right away. Just make sure that it takes care of itself. If it makes enough to take care of itself at first, that's all it needs. Once it grows, just keep funneling the money back into it, and it will grow. Right? That's it. All the money that comes in, pay the bills, and put the money right back into it. Don't take a paycheck for the first 6 months or a year. Just make it happen. One of my daughter and I, or one of us, is always there. It's always open. It's always running. And we're constantly learning how to do stuff for ourselves, so we don't have to hire anybody to do anything for us. Being a handyman, I've already got a set of tools, so I'll just have to get some specialty tools and knowledge. Watching videos. There's everything you need to know is on YouTube. You know, I can read a schematic and a diagram. Once you put yourself into that mindset, That's what it is. Keep track of everything. Keep everything that you do and everything that you have on file. Twice. A hard file and a computer file. So that no matter what, you can always find the information. Here's the machine. Here's the problem with the machine. Here's how to fix that. Okay. Go to the machine. Do that. Anybody can deal with that. So when Mom and I are on vacation, Natalie has one of the local high school kids who's been over learning how to fix these things. And she just says, hey, can you fix this machine? And he goes into the file, finds the machine, finds the fix, and fixes it. Same thing with the TVs. We're going to have to buy an old television tube tester. And then find bulk tubes. And there's still tubes out there. Yeah. Retrofit some TVs. Put some flat screen TVs behind an old glass, console television. Great hanging with guys. Gotta go. Peace and love. Take care. Thanks a lot for hanging out here. Mr. Cotton, Mr. James. Tell Suze and the kids I said hi. And we'll see you at the arcade someday. Totally. Totally. Visualize it. Me sitting in my arcade. That's it. That's all you gotta visualize. I'll start taking pictures of stuff once it starts building up steam. Yeah, baby. It's been awesome, man. I love hanging out with you guys. I got peeps that I can hang out with in the morning. And it's been decades since I've had that. And I really appreciate that, you guys. So thanks. My daughter holds weird hours. I don't get this with her. My wife, she gets up late compared to me. By the time she gets up, I've been up for 4 or 5 hours sometimes. So this is my time. Yeah. 6:30. Wow. 16th of December. We have no Christmas decorations. I'm still looking at a pumpkin over here. We have no Christmas decorations set up. We have really no plans to do any Christmas stuff this year. I'm too out there in my own world to think about gifts. I told my wife and daughter, as I do every year now, that I can't do gifts anymore, because every time I buy someone a gift, I feel like I'm way off the mark. And they're like, "Oh yeah, gee, that's great. I'm sure you'll love it," right? Because I just don't know. 9:30 over there. I better do a bong hit. That's late. Sheesh. Totally. It's hard to tell that I'm sick, really. You'd think I'd just be rah, just gagging, right? It's the most wonderful time of the year. December. It is. You and your song quotes. Now I got that song in my head. HR puffin stuff. How'd you go when things get rough? HR puffin stuff. You can't do it that much. You can't do enough. There, it's gone. Oh. Okay. God, kids. 15, 16-year-old kids sitting in the arcade with headphones on, listening to an 8-track. That's what I want to see. Kids that call me dude. Hey dude, can I get some, yeah man, it's cool. Right on, man. Hey, any of you dudes and dudettes need a water or something? I'm going into the back. Right? Because waters will be free. Totally. We'll buy cases of water, and they'll be free. As long as you recycle. There's the recycling bins. Totally. Cases. It's the desert, so. Yep. There'll be a sign outside on the glass that says free water. And you come in, you get a bottle of ice cold water. Oh, you don't like cold here? It's not cold. Whatever. People stop in just to get a water. But then they'll know that there's this really cool fucking arcade. Totally. I can't get away from the vision of it all. It's right there. It's right there. It's becoming clearer and clearer. That's because I'm going to walk into town one day and go, oh, look, there's my arcade. Somebody already did it. Everybody's worried about food and entertainment out here, like bars and clubs where you have live music. Thrift shops. Not thrift shops, but what do you call them? Knick-knack shops, tourist shops. Gift shops. That's it. We've got so many gift shops out here. So I'll have some of that crap. But the main thing will be the arcade and the 80s, 70s and 80s. Oh gosh. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. I'll get somebody to help me produce the show at some point, because I'll have people around all the time, especially in the summertime. Get kids to show up early in the morning to help me put on a fucking show. Why not? By that time, none of this coffee and bong hits shit will be happening. It'll just be coffee, conversation. By then the show will have taken on a whole new feeling. I just got... I'm never going to be able to leave this alone now. I've invested too much of my own psyche into this. I can't... I don't think I'll ever be able to leave it alone until it's done. It's one of those things. I'm already figuring out how to fix up my van so I can sell it. If it's a means to that end, yes. I'll take all of my own personal stuff and get rid of as much as I have to in order to accomplish this, because I know once I get there, I can regain that ground that I lost. But I have to do this cheap enough so that it's all about growth and not about repaying and bills and mortgages and creditors and that kind of shit, beholden to someone. We have to go into this only beholden to ourselves. Because that's the only way that it would work 100%, is knowing that every step of the way, 100% of our business belongs to us. Except for the building. And as long as we can work out the first 6 months to 2 years lease, that doesn't change, then I think we've got it. The only thing that could change is lease to own. Or just buy it outright, depending on the profit margin. And then, if it looked like it was possible, then we would do some kind of mortgage and buy a piece of property, probably not the one we're in. A small piece of land and put a metal building on it because that's cheap. Yep. Wow. Too much to think about all at once. I just have to take it in bites. Little bites. Little digestible morsels that I can handle. Yeah, once my daughter and I sit down and start investigating the whole fundraising angle, we'll have a better handle on exactly what the time frame will be. I'd like to make enough to buy 2 decent machines right away. Because going out and buying 2 decent machines and bringing them home and working with them and raising the next chunk of money will be to buy 1 machine, 1 really nice machine that we found when we were there. This is the one. Here's the down payment. We'll pay it off and pick it up in a month. And then the next chunk of money will be to pay off that 1 machine. And then the next 3rd chunk of money for machines will go to pay for 3 machines so that we can have 6 really good machines and own them outright. From there, we'll look at opening, getting a building and opening, and every penny after that that's profit will go to purchasing more machinery. We can come up with enough to decorate the place on our own as a family. We can find the furniture locally from garage sales and whatnot. I've got enough stuff to begin decorating the place, posters and pictures and LPs and stereos, and it's going to look crazy up in this place. So basically it's games and a building. Once we have games in a building, we can open, and then every week we invest the weekly profits after the expected bills. And all of that just goes right back into it. What is the next most important thing we need to add besides a new video game? What else? And then we just work on that we need to paint this area, we need to decorate it, we need to do this, that, the other. We need a really nice 80s rug. We'll be in the market for really cheap memorabilia and vintage stuff to just enhance the place. My movie poster goes in there. In fact, that's going to probably go in a recessed display with more items in there to enhance it, and we'll do a bunch of those little display things. Wow. I'm just getting overwhelmed, really. I need my daughter to be involved because I can't, even if it's just for a couple of weeks on vacation right now, I can't take it all on myself. I need somebody else to feel the energy and to get pumped up by it. Because if it's just that energy bopping around in me, in my old broken body, I get frustrated because I know that I don't have enough follow-through. So I really have to have somebody else involved in this from the get-go. I can do a lot of the work myself. But if I have nobody to share the experience with and to help me move forward, it just falls flat. It's a family business. It has to be a shared experience. I'm not going to get much out of my wife until we're up and running, and then she's going to put all of herself into helping us, because by then she'll know, and that's the kind of person she is. She'll just have to, and she knows it. She'll feel it. I really need to get my daughter pumped up. Every day I need to bring it up. Every day I need to show her something. Every day I need to ask her questions and have her look for things for me so that she starts thinking that way. At some point, I'm going to take everything that I've researched and I'm going to print it up and put it in a binder. And then we're going to rework that into our business plan. How much money are 6 machines going to bring in at a few customers a day, and more on the weekends, right? When we're ready to open, we can go after a bunch of people and sell lifetime wristbands, or annual wristbands at first, I think, because lifetime people are going to be like, yeah, how long is this going to last? But if we do an annual wristband thing at first, and then once it's a success and we've got more machines that we can say, you want a lifetime, it's this amount, you never have to worry about it again. And then if the place gets sold eventually, because we're going to make bank on it, then we'll just make it in the contract that all the lifetimes and all the subscriptions have to be honored, right? All the memberships. They have to be honored. Or you have to buy them out. And if you do a buyout over a sale, we'll make it so that the people who get bought out of their wristband, well, they make money on it. Red-headed stepchild. I'm a red-headed stepdog. That's what I am. I'm just a pet. Don't run away. Dear, 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 dear. Totally. I'm pretty excited. Pretty excited. You can tell because I haven't done any weird stuff. I haven't gone on about this or that. That's all I've been focused on the last few days, the last few weeks. And so therefore, I guess my show has suffered because I can't get it out of my head. I can't. So the only way I'm going to be able to get this out of my head and leave it alone is just by doing it. Or getting so far into it and finding out that I can't do it. And then I just have to leave it alone. Sometimes that happens. I don't see that happening with this. I really, honestly, I see this going all the way. I see it going all the way. I see it opening. I see people there. I see it working. I see my family really, really happy with their success. Yeah, I see it all. So it's got to happen. It's got to happen. It's got to happen. So I'm feeling like today I should probably be able to get out and drive around town and look and see what's out there available now and put together some kind of discussion that I want to use to talk to the real estate people. All of the questions I need to ask, all of the talking points, make sure I get my verbiage right, make sure that it sounds like I know what I'm talking about, so that when I ask later, hey, this is that same guy, I want to talk to you about making a deal, right? There's some great places available in town. Because they're right on the highway, they could be pretty expensive. But the ones I'm looking at are pretty shabby. They're pretty fucking run down. So I'm also hoping I can get them for a pretty good deal up front. And my plan is to pay for the first 6 months to a year up front on the lease. That's where a lot of the money has to go. I have to raise a whole lot of money up front just to make sure that the building is going to be under us for at least 6 months to a year, and that nothing's going to change in the lease agreement for at least the first 2 years. So we have time enough to grow. And then if they want to hit us with a huge rent increase, we can absorb that and plan on it. And we'll just work it out ahead of time. Look, we realize that you're going to want to increase the rent, but if you can wait till here, we'll give you 2 years of rent increase in 1 year, right? We'll if you want to hit us with this here, why don't you wait 2 years, and then we'll let you hit us double what you want to hit us with, and we'll give you a little boost payment, you know, a little balloon, right? Here's a balloon. So, yeah, I think if I just learn what I need to talk about and pretend to be a business owner, I can make it happen. But it's going to all come down to funds. I'll need my daughter to become an expert fundraiser. Something where she doesn't have to work with people, face to face, one-on-one, but she has to be able to get on all of my social media and do this as me, or do it as her going through me, right, to do this. It needs to involve her social media. It needs to involve moms. It needs to involve everybody's stuff. Has to be connected to this so that when we expand out to our friends and family on Facebook and YouTube and Instagram and TikTok and Flickly Flick and Fuck, then everybody gets involved, you know, from the beginning. And then we can show updates. Look, here's the first 2 games. Here's this. Here's that. Here's what we've done. Here's the building. We're just about there. We just need to get this. Pictures of us working our asses off to make this happen. Sweating and painting and cleaning and whatever. And for every dollar people invest and donate to getting this, we invest twice as much with ourselves and work twice as hard and earn every single dollar that's donated by making it happen. So that when people who stop by who have donated, they'll realize that they made this happen, right? And we'll hook them up. Oh my God, you donated. Totally. I'm gonna do a thing where, look, at some point, if you want to get involved and pre-purchase wristbands, you can do that. You know, we'll have a pre-sale on annual wristbands, annuals and monthlies. I want to do a wristband for the monthlies, for the kids, right? And what we'll do is it'll be a wristband type thing that they can take on, put on or take off, right? But every month they get to add a charm to it. And they pick a charm out and they put it on, and we clip that charm on there. And that shows that they have paid for the month of what. So they keep the same wristband. It just grows so that at the end of the year, they got 12 little danglies on this wristband, right? Wouldn't that be cool? 12 little tokens or whatnot. Some will be a game token, some will be a little figurine, a little arcade game, a joystick, whatever. We can dig that shit up easily. I'm sure that shit is all over the fucking internet. Arcade game, charm bracelet, charms, psst, easily. The little things, so that every step of the way, there's little personal touches with everything in the business, and everything in the store is just reaching out to you, and everything is steeped. I mean, just steeped in the 1970s and 80s. We may have a little dribbling into the 90s, but it'll all look like the 80s. And every once in a while, you'll find something in the. Why is this in here? Well, because it's from the 90s, but it's really, really cool. You know, Nintendo 64 with GoldenEye on 2 controllers. Oh, that's a fucking dream, dude. So that's got to be there. Yeah, that's a beautiful game. But yeah, we'll have arcade. We'll have Super Nintendo. That was 90s. There's some stuff that you just have to have. We'll have like 90s corner, right? Ooh, there's the 90s corner. Everything else will be 70s and 80s, but every once in a while you'll see a little, ooh, 90s. Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. Alright, so I'm staying along this morning. The family was up late. We got nothing going on this morning. I don't think anybody's going to be waking up anytime soon. So we're just going to kind of go on this morning until we decide not to. Mainly because I'm super excited. I'm alive. I'm sick, but I'm on the mend. And I have arcade in my blood. Arcade in my blood. And I'm excited. I think outside it's going to be called the arcade. And when you walk inside, the part of the arcade where it's all video games, that's going to be Spaceland Arcade. And then we'll have a wall that's Pinball Arcade, right? Super Vintage Arcade, something that'll just be like, oh my gosh, like the table arcade version of Pong or Space Invaders, right? Those are a must. Sitting at a table playing a video game. Oh man, now you play, and the whole game switches to that side, and they play over there. That's a great thing. I love that. And I think I'm the right guy to have old machines like this around, because I can invest my time into just learning this crap. You know, the show may change so much that it becomes a live stream of me working on video games. You know, talking about shit. Who knows? I may have, at some point over a summer, turn my studio and equipment over to a bunch of kids who come on and do a live thing, right? Because like I said, I want to set all of this up in a studio with a little bit better equipment, right? So that not only can the kids show up and do music, but they can also have a group of kids that show up and record the music or go live with it, you know? And then a group of kids that show up later and take all of that footage and turn it into a little video, you know? Sure, I see the clubs from the school hanging out, the AV club, because we can have an actual old school AV club at my place. where they have VCRs and Betamax and old movie cameras, 16mm projectors, you know, old school shit. I want to get a overhead projector. That's great. Those overhead projectors are great for doing light shows, where you put on layers of plastic wrap with bits of colored dye in oil in these layers, and then you tap on them and stretch them and do things with them, and these colored blobs blast up onto the screen with another image, you know, and you can double project over stuff on a screen. And it's just great to do old school stuff. At some point, I'd like to have an audio video department where I can rent out 1980s cameras and equipment to people who want to vintage their videos, right? And that's where my hobby card will actually become a business card. Retro videos using vintage equipment. Mondre Media Productions. So, and we'll be able to create things for sale. I'm going to have one screen printer and make my own shirts. We'll just have so many different departments within the arcade that it'll just keep making money. Mom is a seamstress. She can make anything, right? We'll have her make special aprons, hats, outfits, costumes, right? She can make so many cool items, handbags, bags, over-the-shoulder bags. She made my bag. She made my bag. This is a denim bag made out of a pair of 501s and an old hammock, right? And it is just a beautiful bag. There's the back pockets. Here's the front. I had her put a big giant flap over the front so we can, look at that. I got a belt on here, pockets, a big giant pocket in the back, the whole inside, and then two small pockets up front. It's a real, and then you can stick stuff in the fly. All the pockets are available for stuff. I could put Joshua trees on this thing and have it say the arcade on a tag and sell these things for $100 a pop to tourists. Hey, buenos dias, ho ho ho, Mary Juana. Smokey the dog, what's up, Craig? How you doing, brother? Happy holidays and merry business. What's going on, dude? Good to hear from you. I'm just doing the morning show thing here. The TV show of the week is The Facts of Life. Spinal Tap, of course, is the movie of the week. And Motor City 5 is the band of the day and the album of the day. So thank you for joining me. Ho, 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 marijuana. Totally. And speaking of that, I'm going to load up a bong head here, because I'll smoke to that. How are you and Smokey the dog doing? We are just talking about getting ready to open up a business. So I've been going on and on and on, but I'll leave that alone because I got a special guest here. Hey, what's up, Gnome? Hey, it's Gnome. I got to start writing you guys in here because you're just all of a sudden everybody's showing up. Craig, a Gnome. So how's it going, people? 10 a.m. It's snowy cold here in Connecticut. Wow. Connecticut. That's right. You're way up there. I'm way down here. It is 54 and clear. Clear and sunny. It's going to be in the 70s today. Yes, and it is about 7 a.m. Yeah, thank you for stopping by the morning show. We're hanging on this morning. Usually we're just about checking out at 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. But this morning we have decided to go a little bit long because I've been going on and on and on about starting up my own business. And I think that at this point I can't not do it. I have to do it. So it's just a matter of when, not how. It doesn't matter how at this point. It's just got to happen. So however it happens, it's got to happen. Period. I see it. I see it all. So I just have to make it happen. I can visualize it. I can manifest it in my brain. So I just have to make it work. Oh, I'm feeling a little queasy this morning. I'm still a little bit sick. Not as bad as I was on Sunday. A little better than I was yesterday so far. Waking and baking, brother. Coffee and bong hits. And soon an arcade. So, I mean, I don't want to find investors. I'd rather find people who want to invest in me and either donate or loan me some money until I get it up and running. And then it's just crazy. And then it's just going to be crazy because I can, I can pay back with, a big time. Because I have no doubt that I could pull this off and it'll work. I've run a few businesses and this one seems like it's going to be the easiest to pull off with the biggest return. So, yeah. In January it's going to be serious fundraising, and by April we should be doing a soft opening and a hard opening in May. Boom. So that I can capitalize on the summer traffic in town here with the tourism. Period. And it has to be in town, it has to be downtown, because that's where the business is, that's where the tourism, it has to have foot traffic. Foot traffic is what is going to be the success. Driving by is going to get some business. Advertising is going to get some business. But the foot traffic in town on the weekends is thousands of people walking around, milling around our few little streets here in town. And it gets packed. And I see my business packed every day. People wanting to get off of the street, get out of the heat, have a free cold water or a coffee, and play some video games and drop 10 or 20 bucks a person. And if I can do that, that's it. Success. So I'm ready. I'm ready, Freddy. So I'm gonna scout soft location ideas and see what I can come up with. And then I'm going to put together some kind of telephone conversation and try to find out the ins and outs of leasing a building from one of these people. And just let them know that I'm just doing preliminary research in the area, thinking about opening a, low impact business. There's not going to be any loud shit going on, so it's not going to be crazy. There's not going to be a lot of traffic. And the only thing I have to make sure of is that I'm going to be able to do handicap accessible. That's it. I could be the guy selling tabs of acid at the arcade just like in the 70s. See? Now that's what we need. Only it's got to be cocaine. Cocaine and hash and mushrooms. I prefer to go organic. So if you can make it cocaine, hash, and mushrooms, you're that guy. Yeah, go see that guy. We'll just call you that guy. That's it. That guy. You'll have a shirt that says that guy. Hey, go see that guy. And you'll turn around and see which guy. Oh, that guy. That's great. I love it. So you can be that guy. Totally. I love it. The house, she's awake. Yeah, all organic though, because we're kind of a counterculture hippie community, right? We're into all organic stuff out here. So if you're gonna do that, it can be cocaine, hash, and mushrooms, but it's got to be all organic, no bullshit, no fentanyl, nothing. Just the good stuff, man. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, that's the only time I really feel like I'm sick. When I take a bong hit and cough. Going to a show on Sunday. Going to see the Academy Is at the Observatory in Santa Ana. It's not an observatory. It's just a club. But it's a cool club. I saw Lucas Nelson and Promise of the Real there a couple of years ago. So, yeah. My daughter just informed me last night. Oh yeah, by the way, that we're going to a concert. Oh really? Because I thought she had planned this one for her and her friend, but apparently not. So, I've been there before. It's a relatively easy drive, so it should be cool. She got us VIP park and an early entrance, so we can get in and get situated. She can get her merchandise, and I can find a good place to sit down. And then on the 27th, we're going to here in town to Pappy and Harriet's to see Big Sandy and his Fly Right Boys. You can find some of his music on a playlist on my channel. Good stuff. Rockabilly, really good stuff. He's been playing music since the late 80s, and he's really, really good. I mean, he is one of my favorite local Southern California artists. Really, really good stuff. So I can't wait to see him again, get another Big Sandy hug, and yeah, jam out. Request a whole bunch of songs and a whole bunch of Freddie Fender and Farron Young and that kind of stuff. Oh yeah, good stuff, man. Good stuff. Ah, there's my wife getting coffee. Good morning. Cheers. You didn't check Travago. Shut up. That's not how it works. You didn't check Travago. No, really. I don't fucking Travago nothing, man. Travago, you. Yeah. I had to take my trifema because, I want to try being a female. I want to take my trifema. The femtria. That's it, femtria. Hey, totally. Trifema. Aye. Arr. Kitchen is open. Put in your order before it gets too late. Totally. I would imagine my wife is probably taken off this morning to go futz around in town with some of her girlfriends. And at some point, I'm going to have to get rowdy. Go out, wiggle around just a little bit. There's actually one of the places I want to look at is just down the street, at the end of my street. right next to what is going to become, I think, a coffee shop, which is going to bring business to this side of the street on this end of the town, which there's nothing really, some convenience stores, which doesn't bring a whole lot of foot traffic. But usually the people will come into town and walk all the way around town. And if they have a reason to walk to that end of town, that's a good place to have a business. Yeah. I mean, one of the things I may have to do is just come up with the money for the building first. And get a 6-month to a year lease on a building first. And then open after a couple of months. You know. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But it's happening. I can see it. It's real. I can see it in my head. Got the, I need some biscuits and gravy. You're telling me. Oh, man. You're telling me. I'll put it in order, but I don't know what the speed and availability of biscuits and gravy are. I think it's coffee hour. I think right now it's coffee hour. And then in another hour it becomes food hour, breakfast, like for 2 hours. And then we're going to move right into lunch. So you have to get your stuff. So right now I can get you a coffee. That's all I can get you. 1 coffee to go. Because we're probably not going to be here long. Totally. See, Craig said arcade. So if he said arcade, and he's going to be there, then he's going to be that funny guy in the corner of the arcade, sitting at an organ or keyboard, singing weird songs. That's going to be Craig. And his little monkey going around collecting tips will be a dog named Smokey. Whatever incarnation Smokey is. Now that's funny. That's funny stuff. That's where I see Craig. In the corner at a keyboard, playing old Beatles and stuff. Yeah. Being weird. We're going to have an in-house weird guy. You know, he's the house weird guy. Oh, okay. If you need anything weird, go talk to the house weird guy. He's got it under control. Because it'll be me sometimes, but there has to be one, though. People will come in just to see the guy in the corner. Exactly. Well, there'll be a sign outside that says, people come in just to see the guy in the corner. Right? And then there'll be a sign over you that says, the guy in the corner. That's it. Oh, you're the guy in the corner. That's right, let me play a tune. That's it. Totally. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Like I said, like Beetlejuice 3 times, it's gonna happen. Totally, it's got to. I'm not sure what's going on this morning. I'm going to take a break here and go figure it out. So don't go anywhere, any place. Don't leave, because I will be right back. I'm just going to turn my sound off for a second, okay? So I'll be right back. Don't go away. I'm right here. Yeah. Ah, you're taking off for another beer run. It's always that way, huh? Take it easy. Both you guys, Craig and William, have fun on your walk, Craig. Have fun on your beer run, Dubs, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take it easy. I'm just about ready to sign off this morning. I want to get the ball rolling and get stuff, get myself activated this morning. There's a few things I want to do here, and there's a whole bunch of stuff I want to do out in the world. So I gotta get my game on, right? So there you go. So let's wrap it up by the end of this half hour. So we got about 9 minutes to go, and I don't like to just, I'm gonna stop the show now, unless I have to. I prefer to go and round up to the nearest half hour or hour, as it were. So thank you for joining me, you guys, this morning. Everyone who's come and gone, everyone who's here now, everyone who's thought about being here, everyone who left saying, oh my God, who the hell is this guy? Thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. I think we got time for one last bong hit or two. The coffee is hot, so I am going to enjoy that. Breakfast is unknown at this point. I don't know what breakfast is going to look like today. Dubs mentioned something about biscuits and gravy, but I don't think I want that. Ooh, that's hot. That is hot. That's great. Nope. I don't think I want biscuits. I think I just want cereal again, really, honestly. It's easy. It's easy on my stomach. Gets me ready for something good for lunch, right? We shall see. We shall see. We shall see. My dog is trying to make himself a bed on my bed here. They love the guest bed in the living room. He just uncovered the other dog, moving the blanket around. You guys. One's under the blanket, one's above the blanket, and they're nose to nose. What are you doing in here? Alright, he just made a nest. There he goes. You funny little dog. The funny little dog. I can't wait till I have cameras all over and can just pop to a special camera and we can see a dog on a couch. But then again, if this business thing takes off the way I hope it will, this whole morning thing could change considerably. What I might do is just keep it the same, but keep it down to an hour rather than 2 hours, or 2 hours max. But make it so that as long as this show is easy to produce every day and every week, then I'll continue to do it, especially if I've got another project happening. It just has to be part of the daily routine. Get up, have coffee, do the morning show, eat breakfast, go to the arcade and begin the day, or all of the above, beginning at the shop. However, it's going to happen, or I'll die trying, but it's going to happen. I think the thing is to just remain positive and focused and visualize it every step of the way, and put things down on paper and drawings and tangible things that say this is real. It's not just a dream on a computer or in your head, but here's the reality of it on paper. Here's what it means from the beginning on through its inception to its creation. That's where there's no denying it. There's no turning back, because it's real. You can hold it. It's right here. I got it in my hands. It says that it's real right here. So I'll be doing a printout of a lot of information probably today, and putting together a folder, and then eventually a binder, and then eventually a file, a huge filing cabinet of this is it. Here's the machines. Here's everything about every machine. Because I won't just have the machine and a fix-it manual. I'll have the machine and the entire history of that machine and the company in that file. Everything you need. And not to mention suppliers to find parts. I told my daughter, once we have a program set up, it's just click, 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 type, click. I'm done for the day. Let's go to that concert, right? She knows enough people that she can just have a friend or somebody come over and run the place for a day, a night, while she's out at a show. I see her there a lot. This is great. This is splendid. I'm really getting into this. I'm really getting pumped up, baby. Ow. Ow. Fucking spine. It's fucking fine. Ow. To straighten up my back. So. And the only way I can straighten up my back is by crossing my leg, which puzzled my chiropractor. But once I crossed my leg and he looked at my spine and said, "Oh, it does make you feel more comfortable, huh?" I said, "Yeah, I have to have my hips kind of offset." My daughter last night, she's standing in the kitchen like this. And then she looked at me and she giggled and she said, "Mom hates it when I stand here like you." And I thought that was the cutest thing in the world. That her and I, we both put our hands on our hips like that. And when a girl does it, it makes her look tough, right? When I do it, it makes me look like Duper Man. But it's hilarious that she does that. And she just says, I don't know what to do with my hands. I said, yeah, I used to put my hands in my pocket when I was younger. Mainly because they'd tell me to. Put your hand in your pockets. And then I went to jail for 3 days. And the rule was, when you were walking around, hands in your pockets, shoulder against the wall. And I got out of jail, and I've never put my fucking hands in my pockets just to stand there, right? Mm-mm. And my daughter, she's laughing at me. Little trauma there, buddy. Yeah. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Don't fucking tell me what to do. Alright, it is 7:30 in the morning here on the Pacific West Coast. I am Crazy Old Weird Bearded Guy in the morning. And it's time to get on out of here. It's time to skedaddle for the day. And as usual, I would like to say to you all, thank you for joining me. Thank you for being here. Thank you for making this possible. This is one of my dreams here. And you guys make this possible. So thank you everybody who has stopped by this morning. James, Joey, William, Craig, a gnome. You guys are awesome. I appreciate it. I will be back tomorrow morning for Old Time Radio Wednesday. I don't know what we're going to do. I'm lost. But join me. As usual, be kind to each other. Spread peace and love, not bullshit. Do something for yourself today, but do something nice for somebody else. Why? Because it makes you feel good, makes somebody else feel good, makes the world a better place, makes you a better person. All right? So think about that. Most especially, stay weird. Because if you ain't weird, ain't nobody going to be weird for you. You gotta put in the effort. You gotta put in the work. You gotta do it. Just do it. Just stay weird. Be nice to somebody today. That's weird. All right, do something nice for somebody. That's even weirder. All right, take care of each other. Love you so much. I will see you tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. And as usual, adios.